so y'all better catch. I got big dreams, you walk talk, when I walk, that's that big drip. When I slide down your block, now they pissed off. Like I really give a like I big sauce, so y'all better catch up.
Welcome, man. We are back for another one. Hold on, make sure. All right, yeah, okay, good. So I could hear me, man. All right, man. So why did I just like powder on my face? Maybe that's just the camera. I don't know. But what's going on with y'all, man? We are back today, and yeah, man, we got some horrible news. At that, man, they got DDG in a twist right now. His baby mama, you know, then came out with some allegations against him, saying that he was, you know, abusing her and everything like that. Now, from my knowledge, I heard that these allegations, she had like pictures and like receipts and everything like that. But from what I'm told, a lot of this information is like a year old. And yeah, man, I feel like it's just one-sided. And ironically, every time like an artist or any type of like entertainer, once he reaches a certain height, it's always some type of what is it called? It's always some like drama or like scandal that come along with it. You see it happen with a lot of, you know, famous guys. When they reach the peak of their career, something always follows. We've seen it happen with Chris Brown. We've seen it happen with I want to say Kanye. We've seen it happen with Kanye to a certain extent because he's still thriving. Well, I mean Chris Brown is too though, but like it just seemed like it's a pattern. Like every time, especially like Rock Nation artists, we seen what happened with Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion, and now we got Haley Bailey or whatever how you say her name, Halle Bailey. We see it with her. She's also a Rock Nation artist. Rihanna was a Rock Nation artist. It seemed like it's a pattern here that every time a woman from Rock Nation gets involved with a person somehow, some way, a scandal comes out of it, and it's usually at the height of look what happened to Chris Brown. Chris Brown at the height of his career, you know, scandal came out. You know, same thing with Tory Lanez, and now we seeing it with DG. It's just like a pattern. But without further ado, man, let's go ahead and get into this content. Let's see what's going on. All right, man. Let's go.
Currently at the peak of his streaming career, and some news just dropped today that could take that all away. And the interesting part about this, DDG was on stream today when he got the bad news, and you could see his face. He was trying to play it off, but you could tell he was horrified.
And I feel like, damn, bro, should I get a stylist? Why are they saying GGTMZ? Let's see. Why are they saying GGTMZ? All right, I'm looking at her story now. What? Oh, fuck me. All that. Don't even.
That can't even be real.
All that, bro. All that.
But that can't even be real. That's the thing.
But don't even. But you remember we talked about last night. All that. Let me say something. It's not.
No, I'm saying, but I don't know where that even came from.
Hey, Aiden Ross got them Jewish lawyers though, man. Don't play it. He'll shut you down. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But let's go.
Stop these fake allegations. This is a father. This is a real person. This is a good human being.
Even, but I don't.
But hey, bro, we on stream, bro.
Come on, like I gotta be.
Just don't do it, bro. Come here.
Don't even make no.
All that. That's my real friend. We're not gonna do no false. Ruin this stream. He's a great human being. He does a lot for a lot of people. He's a man. He's a father, and we're gonna respect him. We're gonna love him. WDDG and Anyone got anything to say?
I wish I was still that green, but unfortunately, being in the spotlight has taught me if your friends get accused of horrifying things, regardless of what they tell you, you gotta wait until the facts come out, bruh. Because I got once, okay? One of my friends, well, ex-friends who I don't speak to anymore, haven't spoken to him since that situation happened, Lil Boom, bro, dude sent me fake paperwork, dude sent me fake articles, fake screenshots, fake everything, bro. Made me think he was innocent. The news came out.
And that's the crazy thing too, though, because AI, we got AI. That's the scary thing. We got AI nowadays. I done seen some realistic, like, the AI is like so advanced now to where it's so easy to like impersonate, make up fake paperwork, make up fake videos, and all type of shit. So it's crazy. And if I don't know if y'all, well, I'm gonna wait and see if he gonna show the photos.
Guilty, had an egg on my face, but I faced it. I said I was wrong, and I denounced him instantly once the footage came out. So with Aiden Ross, he's been a good friend, he's been a good homie, bro. But if you got something to lose right now, shit, hey, bro, you might as well, hey, bro, you gotta just relax and just let the facts come out. You don't know if DDG is innocent, and you don't know he guilty, but you don't want to put your name out there like this, and then the facts come out he did it, and now you looking like a fool and a sympathizer for somebody who beat women. Now, the news article that they was referring to was the TMZ article that dropped while they were on stream. TMZ obtained a restraining order from Haley Bailey, which is DDG's long-term ex-girlfriend and current baby mama, where she is accusing DDG of attacking her on multiple occasions. On top of filing a police report, she also got a court order protection from the father of her child.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, okay.
DDG, she will claim that things got physical with her and DDG in
So it says Haley Bailey says she was
January.
Man, bro. It says she had enough of DDG allegedly abusing her. She's filed a police report, and now she wants court order protection from the father of her child. And docs, which is already going off. It's like, bro, it's crazy to me how in America, like, women, like, they get all the say so when it comes to the child, but the father don't. And they went half on a child. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these women be trying to say like, oh, they're getting abused and everything like that. Now, oh, it is certain women that are like if we talking about like a Cassie, okay, that's the actual, she's the actual victim of that. But it be a lot of some of these females be provoking niggas. You know what I'm saying? They provoke niggas. They be doing everything under the sun. Just the same way we seen later on, it came out after the fact that Chris Brown career was, he was getting blackballed and everybody was, oh, he's a woman beater, he this and that. Later on down the line, a couple years later, then we find out, oh no, Rihanna was hitting on him too. Rihanna was doing this and being reckless and doing a bunch of shit. But guess what? Nobody held her accountable though. And I ain't saying this right because nobody should be putting their hands on nobody, to be honest. But women, they'll get away with it easier. They'll get away with it more, especially if you're on Rock Nation. If you're on Rock Nation, oh yeah, they're gonna do damage control. They're gonna try to keep up that image, that good image. They don't want none of that. And they go to bat for their artists, especially the women artists on the label. And we've seen this happen countless of times. Chris Brown. Find out Rihanna was the provocative. I mean, the one who provoked and was and actually hitting on him first. Then we got Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion. He got convicted, sentenced to 10 years in jail. Meanwhile, later on, a couple years down the line, guess what? His innocence is proven. His fingerprints, when they actually fully did the test, because in court before he was sentenced, when he got sentenced, they didn't even finish the test. It was a half-ass test. They didn't even give the full results. They wanted to rush it just so they can hurry up and convict him. But then later on down the line turns out the test came back inconclusive, and his fingerprints, it's 4 other people that was in that car, fingerprints was found on that gun. And guess whose fingerprints wasn't? I'll let y'all be the judge. So like when I see stuff like this, you know, and they could have had a altercation where it got physical, but let's just make it seem like he on some like he just out here beating on his baby mom and all that stuff like that. No, the conversation get heated, you know. Let's see what it says. It says in Doc's file Tuesday in L.A. She claims that things first got physical in January. They broke up back in October, and Holly says Gigi came over to pick up their son. Now let's pay close attention to this. Came over to pick up their son, Halo, and she tried to start a convo with the rapper about a child visitation schedule. As she was buckling Halo into the car seat, she claimed DDG grew agitated and repeatedly said, "Get out of my car, bitch." Haley says the baby was crying and she got nervous about DDG leaving with him in such an agitated state. That's when they allegedly started wrestling, with DDG pulling her hair, slamming her face on his steering wheel, and chipping. Now, and this is another thing too, because I know how like journalists, they know how to make it sound like they've been trying to paint DDG like in a negative light his whole career. So this is just the icing on the cake. And journalists, they know how to like put 20 on 10. Now, mind you, put yourself in the seat. I mean, put yourself in his shoes, right? Now, I could almost imagine he's telling her to get out the car. She's telling him no. She's refusing to do that. So he's trying to remove her himself. And lo and behold, you know, I'm assuming he grabbing her, trying to get her out the car. So obviously, because I seen a picture of her with bruises on her arm. Okay, some people bruise easily. I know people right now that it don't even take much for them to bruise. They could literally bump they leg on a chair or something like that and bruise up. Or you know what I'm saying? Like little small stuff like that. Or somebody grabbed them and they bruise up easily. You know, and I could almost assume he's trying to get her out the car if she's refusing to do so. So then it ends up, you know what I'm saying? And when you wrestling, trying to, you know, things happen. It ain't like the nigga just was like slapping her or punching on her. Like, no, come on, bro. Like,
months after they broke up, which is October. So they broke up October of 2024. However, the incident that she's filing a protection order for happened January of 2025. She will claim that DDG came over to pick up their son Halo, and she tried to start a conversation with DDG.
Okay, we already seen.
Hallie says the baby was crying, and she got nervous about DDG leaving with him out of his car. He don't want to talk to her, but she wanted to have the conversation before he could leave. He wasn't trying to leave, so she then essentially just stayed in his car. So apparently, once DDG got upset that she was taking too long and wouldn't allow him to just leave with the baby, DDG got agitated. And because DDG got...
Exactly. You see how he said she wouldn't let him leave with the baby. That's his son. He should be able to do whatever he wants. Like, obviously, he's not going to hurt his son, whether he mad at you or not. He's not going to put his son in no harm's way. Come on, like, bro, like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's crazy how, man, it's crazy.
I agitated because she was taking too long to leave. She didn't hop in the car and wouldn't leave. So after DDG repeatedly screamed, "Get out of my car," Haley says the baby was crying, and because the baby started crying, she got nervous and didn't want DDG to leave with the baby anymore. That's when...
I don't believe she was nervous, bro. She's going against his will. He asking her to leave. I'm asking you to leave multiple times, and I could almost assume she probably talking shit just as much. Because everybody try to paint her like she's some angel. And like I said, I'm not saying that, you know, abuse don't happen. But come on now. Like, come on. A lot of these women be trying to dictate everything, and then they throw rocks, and then these BMs, all these, like, you know, women with kids and stuff like that going through stuff with their BMs. I mean, their baby daddies, you know, they despise their baby daddies, so they make it very difficult and try to control the baby, you know, as if they didn't go half a baby. Like they just own all the rights and they could just do whatever they want, say whatever they want, and they know they can do that. And then you see stuff like this happen. Now, if this happened that long ago, why you wait a whole year to bring all this information out? Like, come on, bro. That's very, like,
they allegedly started wrestling when DDG was trying to get her out the car. She wasn't trying to get out the car. She claims DDG pulled her hair, slamming her face on his steering wheel and chipping her tooth. My only question would be, because how this was framed, it feels as if DDG was trying to pull you out the car.
Exactly.
So he pulled your hair, he like
He's trying to pull you. Imagine trying to pull somebody out the car. They struggling. You trying to pull, but they pulling in, and while you trying to pull them out, and then they mess around and yank and accidentally hit that. I'm almost certain that was an accident, nigga. He ain't just try to chip your tooth or try to hurt you. He trying to get you out the car. If you'd have got your ass out the car like you supposed to, like he asked you to, you'd have never chipped your tooth on the steering wheel like that. Because what are you doing in his car if he's telling you not to do? That's his property. He's telling you to remove yourself from the property. You didn't want to, so okay, I'm gonna help you then. Like, come on, man. They be trying to like, this shit crazy.
Grab your arm. He was trying to pull you out the car. There was a fight for you not to get pulled out the car, and
Exactly.
your head got slammed on the steering wheel. Did it happen that way, or did he take your head and slam it into the steering wheel
like,
and said this? Because that's different. But the story didn't really specify. It just says, yo, Raul trying to pull me out the vehicle, he slammed my head on the steering wheel. But nonetheless, though, yo, in these situations, bro, you got to call the police, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, you cannot get physical at all, bro.
Yeah, somebody should have told, bro, like, DDG, you feel me? Like, especially you being, who you are, you was better off just calling the police, bro, and have them come remove her. That would have been the smartest thing, because the slightest thing you do, bro, they're going to take, a lot of the times, they're going to side with the women regardless. And I've seen a lot of times where the woman was the one provoking, the woman was the one putting her hands on the man, the woman was doing all those things. Like I said, that's not always the case, but I've seen many cases like that. And then they turn around and will call the police on you and act like you the one who you was the aggressor. Like, this shit crazy. So I said, y'all better watch y'all how y'all kids
She tripping, let her trip. Because DDG and Halle has been going back and forth over custody agreements when it comes to Halo. I think DDG went online famously telling the world that Halle isn't allowing him to see the baby, and she's having issues with allowing him to just take his baby and go.
Every single day or every other day, I'm trying to see him. I'm trying to get him to come over or whatever. I never get him dropped off. I always go pick him up. I live far as shit. So I'm driving hours to go get him, and then I get there and I can't get him. Or I can't see him. My son is sick right now. I want to see my son. I want to hold my son. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to comfort him. I want to put him in the shower, get some steam in his nose so he can feel better. I don't get the chance to do that. I get pinned against the wall, and then everything else is variables on why I can't see my son. The nanny has been able to have my son more than me.
We've also seen Halle come on Twitter and complain and call out DDG for bringing their son on stream with Kai Cenat without letting her know or telling her the baby was going to be on stream.
Why does he have to let you know what he's going to do with his son? Because you do the same thing. You just was on a boat with Brent Fayez, or Fayez, however you say that nigga name. You was just on a boat with a whole other celebrity or whatever the case is with your baby. And I'm pretty sure you can tell DDG about that. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, they a lot of these women, they use the kids like pawns, like it's a game or something. Like, kids should have nothing to do. And shout out my mom, because she never did no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? She never kept me away from my dad, regardless of if her and my dad could be going at it, beefing. I'm talking about screaming, yelling on the phone, like, fuck you, da, 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 da. She ain't never withheld me from my dad. And neither has my dad ever withheld me from my mom. You know what I'm saying? You should never I don't have respect for people who manipulate the kids and try to use them as pawns to get back at the other. And I'm talking about on both sides. I'm talking about whether it's the male doing it to the female or it's the female doing it to the male. But a lot of the times, most of the time, it's the female that's doing that, playing stupid games and stuff like that. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. Shit crazy.
So it feels like there's a power struggle going on between these two when it comes to their son. Halle will write, "Hi everyone, just so you know, I am out of town and don't approve of my baby being on a stream tonight. I wasn't told or notified, and I am extremely upset to have my baby in front of millions of people. I am his mother and protector and saddened that I wasn't notified, especially when I am out of town. Halle actually got a lot of...
But you be taking pictures, you be out in public around millions of people to see, because millions of people see you. So what's the difference from you taking pictures and videos and him being on a stream? That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the double standard. That don't make sense to me. Let's go.
Backlash for this. People were calling her out like, bruh, your sister has had your son on her Instagram, on her Snap.
What did I just say? What did I just say? Her sister do the same thing. And this nigga Flacco just confirmed it. I didn't even know that. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to tell you, man, like, this, come on, bro. This shit, like, that's how you know it ain't about, she ain't mad about, she's not mad about him putting her baby on stream. Millions of people done seen this nigga so many times. He done been on streams with Halle. They didn't had him on stream with them together. They didn't while they IRL streaming. I didn't seen it. She didn't have him in pictures and videos. His sister, you see what Flacco just said? His sister didn't have him on. I'm saying, so it's like, no, there's an undertone to this. It ain't had nothing to do with that, bro. It had all to do with she wants to be in control. She wants to control everything that he's able to do. And that's just not fair. That's not cool on no type of level. Like, y'all should have equal rights with your child and be able to decide what you want to do with your child. Women shouldn't just get to dictate everything with that child, because you wouldn't even have a child if he didn't put it in you. The seed don't come from the woman. She just basically holds the baby in her stomach, and but at the same time though, the seed don't come from the woman, it comes from the man. But at the same time though, it should be fair. It should be fair, equal rights. That's just the goddamn bottom line. Goddamn, come on.
Snapchat in front of millions of people too. So what's the difference between his father bringing him on stream, where, bro, he's a meme on the internet. Like, he's been on stream. Like, why are you tripping about, like, your son being on a Kai Cenat stream? People didn't understand, and they thought it was double standards because her and her sister have had the son all on Snapchat,
Very
all on their
double
Instagram, like all on their social medias, and that's cool, but DDG can't bring his son out. So a lot of people felt like, Halle, you tripping. And this was like the first time I think Halle kind of got some backlash. And academics even warned DDG after this moment. And he told DDG, hey, listen, bro, once they can't paint you a certain way on social media because you probably Teflon on social media, that's when the accusation's gonna come.
I see you trying to defend her. That's a good move, by the way, but let me tell you what happens next. If she can't paint you as a deadbeat dad, which you're not, I'm going to warn you this. The next step is for her to say you were abusive. I want to be very clear. And she just tried, yo, why is my baby dad doing that? And I don't approve of it. And nobody bit. And unless you...
Act called it out. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. And that's crazy, but we see this pattern happen with all the artists, most of the women that come out of Rock Nation, bro. Like, and just women in general, like entertainers, like always talking about somebody's abusing them. And that's not the case all the time. Like, what did you do? You notice they don't never say what they did. It's always one-sided story. They never say what they did. Never mention it, nothing. It's just crazy.
You about to get back with her and go into whatever regime she wants you to get down with, her next attempt will not be as fluky. Women like this don't stop. You've dodged this one, but you gotta wait for the bigger one she about to do. Somebody said, Halle not motherfucking evil? You fucking stupid as hell, nigga. She would have never posted this thing if she wasn't on that type of topic. Women are only loyal to their emotions.
I'll be fake with y'all if I sat here and I went along with the narrative that DDG was completely innocent and there's no way he could have done this. Because there are other accusations that DDG did this to other women or one other woman. So we're going to discuss that later on in this video. So again, I'm not saying this man is completely innocent. I'm just trying to tell you guys the full story. And then we're going to touch everything and y'all guys will make up your own decisions on whether or not y'all think he's guilty or not. But yeah, I just can't say, yo, because I'm a man and these chicks be out here lying that DDG is innocent. I don't feel like that applies to DDG in this situation, but I feel like this is one of the situations where it's a 50-50, right? You can call it at this point, bro. Because, yo, she did have some tangible evidence, all right? Now, she would claim that DDG would chip her tooth and bruise her arms. And she would actually show the pictures of I guess, the bruises and the chipped tooth. Here are the bruises. Again, this is pretty.
Okay, so that's a bruise, right? That's a bruise on her arm. Clearly, you could easily get a bruise if somebody grabs your arm and they're trying to grab you up and you know what I'm saying, pull you away from something, or stop you from hitting them, or stop you. Like, it's come on, bro. Like, and some people bruise easily, so it's easy to, like, you know what I'm saying, play off of that, especially if you're a woman, bro. I've seen it happen. Y'all seen, matter of fact, y'all seen that movie Love Don't Cost a Thing. You see what she did. She beat the shit out of herself. Now, like I said, it's not always the case, but it is females out here that'll take it, that'll go this length to tear they ex down or they baby daddy down because they really dislike him, they hate him so much, and they moving off of emotions, and they want to see him suffer. They want to see blood. That's all this is. This don't have nothing to do with the son. She feeling some type of way. So she gonna do everything she can to tear him down.
Pretty consistent with him grabbing her and trying to pull her from out the vehicle that he apparently didn't want her in because he was trying to leave and he felt like she was stalling. She also showed the chipped tooth, which you could see, yeah, there's parts of it, but these don't come across as bruises where, yo, he was like
Exactly.
just wailing on you.
Exactly.
Like, this come across as bruises that was occurred in a tussle, right? Like a tussle, like it was a violent tussle, but this don't come across as if, yo, he was Chris Browning you, because that's a different level of violence. But nonetheless, though, men shouldn't be putting their hands on women. Call the police. She's also in the restraining order in DDG.
Yeah, men shouldn't put their hands on women, but women should also respect a man as well, though. If a nigga asks you to get out of his car, you don't. Who are you to say no? So you just get to do what you want to do, but you want me to hit you up and let you know when my son is on stream. But I'm asking you to get out my car, and you basically telling me no. So you just get to do what you want to do. Okay.
As an absolute weirdo. On top of the physical incident, she's paying DDG like he's like Jeffrey Dahmer's, bro. Like he's doing some weird stuff, bro. Like he's like creeping through like the cat hole, trying to get into the home, taking pictures of an empty bed. Like he's doing some weird stuff according to her. Now, again, this is her view of the situation. This is her account of what happened. DDG hasn't spoken yet, but she's paying this man like a weirdo in this restraining order. She would say in March, before DDG filmed the video that we shown earlier in this video of him claiming that Hallie is keeping his son away from him. So she would claim that DDG actually creeped her out when he showed up at her home, entered without permission, went to her bedroom and texted a pic of Hallie's empty bed to her along with a text, "Now I know what you've been on." So apparently the bed was ruffled up a little bit, so DDG thought she was getting her cheeks clapped up. Hallie says she...
Now, if this is true, which I think it is, because I think she had posted picture screenshots of the text, whatever the case is. Now, if he did that, that is low key weird, bro. Like but it is his baby mama at the same time though. And then sometimes you know how the situation can go. Like when motherfuckers break up, when it's a fresh breakup, it ain't just like, you know, it's still a little bit of tension there. It's still a little bit of, you know, you're not really over that person or whatever the case is. So I could see why he would do something like that, but that is kind of like overboard though. I ain't gonna hold you. Like that's very overboard. I wouldn't do no shit like that. I'm not like, hell no. Especially me being, if I was like, you know what I'm saying, famous like that, I'm not doing that because that's just more ammo. That's way more ammo to use against me, and it's easy to paint a narrative and make it look a certain way. And who knows what she was texting him back? Who knows what she's been saying to him and what their conversations been behind doors and everything like that. Like they could have still low key been messing around, but at the same time they not like it's just so it's so many ways. But yeah, bro shouldn't have did that though. I ain't gonna lie, he shouldn't have. Yeah, he shouldn't have even went to her house. Period. Let me see. Let's go.
Interpreted text as DDG accusing her of sleeping with other people. I'm not sure what her response was. She don't say. All right, she don't deny it, so I don't know. 4 days later, she claimed he really exploded. When he came back to her house, Hallie told him she and the baby were sick and she didn't want Halo to leave the home. And she claims that's when he got verbally blank, smashed her Ring camera, and ran away with Hallie's phone. Now, here's the interesting part, bruh. And here's the part where DDG is kind of cooked if this is true. As he drove off, she claims that DDG threw out his window and yelled to her, "Go get it, B." The incident prompted Hallie to go file a police report, and she says she also has a Ring footage to back up her side of the story. If she got that Ring footage, dog, if she got that Ring footage like she said she does,
Boy, DDG cooked if she got that
it
ring
might
footage.
be raps, bro. I'll be real, homie.
But see, this is the thing though. We gotta see both sides. What is she? Niggas ain't just getting mad and doing all that for no reason. Now you got certain ones that they a little crazy. They on a little 5150 side. It happens. But what does the woman play in that role though? We need to hear both sides of the story. What does she do? What does she do? Cause it ain't nigga ain't just coming to your house tripping like that, going crazy for no reason, bro. That's just not how men operate. Well, most men. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. You played a part in this too. You just hiding your hands. Cause you don't cause you know how they do over there at Rock Nation. They try to keep everything clean, a clean angelic image. You know? For the press and everything. Like, so of course they not gonna, come on, man.
Because right now, DDG ceiling is to no limit. DDG right now is one of the most popular streamers. So right now, DDG ceiling is Kai Cenat. If this is true and you are on camera, you're like, there's Ring camera footage of you doing some horrific things, bro, that ceiling, bro, I don't see you ever not being Kai Cenat. Like, you can still be a rapper, but like, you not about to do no crazy brand deals and do no crazy stuff. If this is true. Now, apparently, like what sparked Hallie to finally come forward and file the restraining order was actually a situation that Academics started. So Academics came on his live stream and Academics pretty much revealed that Hallie was not cheating, but seeing Brent Faiyaz after she left DDG. And she was apparently hiding it and keeping it a secret because she didn't really want the look. It looked like she moved on too early, having another man quickly after having a baby. You come across as promiscuous. Apparently, she was trying to hide it to maintain her good girl persona, but Academics blasted it.
Yo, Hallie, man, just go pop out with that nigga Brent Faiyaz already, man. Yo, DDG with 3,000 stream now, man. It's cool. The smoke done clear. You can pop out with Brent Faiyaz, gang. It's Tom.
Damn, that's
See, like when you was kicking it with him before.
Now, granted, her private life is her business. If she want to go mess with another nigga after she just had a baby, that's on her. You feel me? Like, so he is wrong for just airing out her business like that. Like, you should have let her, like, nah, bro. You should let her come out with her business like that. You feel me? Like, that wouldn't show business to even speak on. So Ack is wrong in that. We gotta call a spade a spade. She probably didn't even want that information out there. Try to keep keep the private life on private. I can understand that.
Like really peep game, but like now, DDG been with too many. Like I ain't saying he him, but he been hanging out with Lala, the Island Girl, Zoe, whoever. Like he been hanging out with too many. You clear now, girl. Go pop out with Brent Faiyaz. It's all good now. It's valid. Valid. Yo, back in the day, like a couple months ago, DDG was what's his son named Halo? Nigga was like, man, I can't see Halo and I can't. They don't even know I'm single. Like, and she's with Brent Faiyaz. Yeah, gang. Yeah, that's what happened.
So now DDG is dealing with the streets thinking that Brent Faiyaz is punching meat into his chick. Well, not his chick, his baby mama. So this is where the situation sort of escalated to the point where Hallie said, okay, enough is enough. The internet is already bullying Hallie for keeping like their son away from DDG, and DDG fans is bullying her. Now, this is where things get crazy. So DDG came online, and he didn't say he missed his son Halo. He didn't. No, he just says he came to New York to see somebody special. Hallie was in New York before her vacation to St. Lucia's, but for some reason, he couldn't see his son, or he couldn't see that special person. Now, that is signifying that Hallie, who was also in New York with her son, or their son, refused to hand the son over to DDG for them to hang out before she went on vacation.
Even sleep. I just wanted to hang out with a special person, man. That's all I wanted to do tonight for real, but I don't know, I might force myself to go out or something.
Shortly after, the narrative began to circulate all across social media that Halle is now in St. Lucia with Brent Faiyaz and her baby Hala, who's also in St. Lucia too. She is on the island with Brent Faiyaz playing stepdaddy after not allowing DDG to see his son before they left.
See what I'm saying? You telling him he can't go on stream, but then you got and niggas don't take that lightly. You just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a fresh relationship, and then you already got your baby around this nigga though. So I could see a nigga will flip out. But then you tripping on him taking him on stream though. Like the double standard is crazy. It's crazy work, gang.
And they're claiming, wait, hold up, is that why he couldn't see his son? Because you was with Brent Faiyaz in New York too? So now the internet is going crazy. Halle is being slandered. Her name is looking crazy in these streets. Now, Halle would claim that this will send DDG in like a jealous rage and a jealous fit. And he will send her a lot of messages accusing her of doing what the internet is accusing her of doing, which is going to St. Lucia with the baby so Brent Faiyaz can play stepdaddy. And these messages low-key ain't a good look because the messages kind of creates a pattern with what other women or women have said about DDG in the past. The screenshot will show DDG like sending like the screenshots of like academics posting it.
He said, you think hurting my feelings when you really just ruining your own image. This is a terrible look. Makes you look disgusting and evil. Enjoy your vacation. Happy Mother's Day. But just have the same energy when it's my turn to have them. I'm on the same Exactly. That's not I don't think that's a bad look. That's, hey, you doing it, so why I can't? But you telling me I can't see my son, but meanwhile you on vacation with my son with a whole nother nigga though. When he could have been with his dad. And I'm pretty sure he ain't jealous over the nigga. It's just the principle. That's what it's just the principle. It's like, bro, you sitting here not letting me see my son, yet you're on a whole trip with my son with another nigga. How did that look? I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's gonna backfire.
And like him saying, this foul, bet. Sending her like the academics tweet and then saying, you think you hurt in my feelings when you really just ruining your own image. This is terrible looks. Make you look disgusting and evil. Enjoy your vacation. Happy Mother's Day, but just have the same energy when it's my turn to have them. I'm on the same ish. Halle would deny being with Brent Faiyaz. She would say, yo, she's with the baby, not Brent. And for him to leave her alone, and she will file a restraining order shortly getting back because of these messages according to her.
Show both
now, the men is claiming, man, DDG is innocent. Bro, you even have DDG ops like Myron from Fresh and Fit. He's claiming DDG is completely innocent. However, the women got Halle's back, and they're pulling out receipts from DDG's ex, Ruby Rose, who also made similar accusations of DDG putting hands on her. These are messages that Ruby Rose sent DDG when they were dating. Now, she barely released this, so these are nothing new, but they are resurfacing because of the DDG and Halle situation. So these are hard to read, but you can.
Nobody don't care about Ruby Rose. She's a whole thought. She be getting smacked by all these niggas, bro. So I already know she's toxic because she can't even keep a nigga. So I know she's toxic. That's what I be talking about though. None of these women will tell you what they do. That is crazy. The accountability is crazy out here. They will not say what they do. It is a few ones that'll keep it 100 and be like, you know what? Yeah, I was on bullshit. I was just in my bag. It happens. It happens. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody perfect on this earth. But it's just crazy how like all these women be so quick to just, you know, use the internet to get people to get canceled. But they don't never say what they did in this situation. They just act like a motherfucker just woke up one day and started tripping on them. Like, it don't work like that, bro. It just don't. It take two to tangle.
You can see DDG saying, I get you mad, but I'm telling you, Ruby, I'm not Lala. I'm gonna F your whole career up. So he's threatening to destroy her if she comes out against him. He says, I got love for you. I really don't want to do you both online, but I'm telling you it's gonna be bad, Ruby. Just stop. She says, it's already bad, and you're threatening to end my career if I tell people how you hit me. More things to show on my live. Thank you. He put LOL. If you go live, just know you really lost me. Have a blast. You gonna lose all respect from me and anybody I F with or you F with. Just think before you do. Now, I'll be real. This is really bad.
That does look
This
bad
is really
though.
bad, bro. Right? This is like really bad. Like this is like textbook language that comes from people who do these things. Okay, so again, maybe DDG got an explanation for this. I don't know, but this is bad. So she was showed the bruises, the same bruises that Halle Bailey showed.
That looks like he was grabbing her. Cause I'm pretty sure she looked like Ruby Rose looked like the type that I swing on a nigga. So she looked like the one that she'll get physical with you. She just give me those vibes. Toxic. You know what I'm saying? And they probably did have a scuffle. And is he right? No, he ain't right. You was better off just not touching her because women like that will get you, they will try to end you, bro. That's why it's better just, hey, look, you want to be on bullshit or I'm gone. Long as you ain't trying to run up on me or hit me or nothing like that, I'm not even finna even go there with you. You know, because shit like this happens. And then it goes wrong, bro.
And she would put, I told you how a ninja did me and you did the same ish and make fun of me while doing it. And ish, the same ish he did telling me no ninja will love me, I'm a whore, and all the same ish. You haven't been feeling love lately.
You are a hoe. I mean, where's the cap? You didn't, since your career started, I didn't see you with multiple niggas. You getting ran through, bro. Like, let's stop the cap. Now, was this the best move for DDG to do? Hell nah, bro. Whether you grabbing them, mushing them, whatever the case is. And let's not act like this don't go on all the time, bro. Couples be having scuffles and all this type of stuff all the time, bro. This don't just happen in Hollywood. This is celebrities. They just got the platform to blow it up, you know?
And you need, bro, it's a hard to read, okay? But here's the funny part about this though. She posted this, but whenever she's asked who her favorite ex is, she always says DDG. So to me, it's kind of odd and bizarre that this man apparently is horrible and did all these bad things to you. But then whenever you're asked who your favorite ex is, which ex-boyfriend you love the most, you always say DDG.
So and see, that don't make sense. How you gonna say you try to blast them and try to get them canceled, but then when people ask you who your favorite ex is, you say it's him. That lets me know you were just emotional and you were just trying to get any type of ammo you had to get bro canceled. You was gonna do it, and this is how these women will do you, bro. That's why be careful about the women that you lay down with and that you have a baby with, because you'll be in the same situation.
Was DDG horrible or was he good to you, or did the other dudes just do you worse? Listen, man, I don't know the truth here. I think it's innocent until proven guilty. He's not being arrested or charged or indicted for this. So, hey, listen, man, if he did all these horrible things, man,
even if he not arrested or nothing like that for this in particular, it could hurt his career, because we've seen the same thing happen with Chris Brown. And we've seen the same happen with Tory Lanez. They try to ruin their careers, and then next thing you know, more info comes out. Rihanna was the one smacking on this nigga too. She ain't no better. She just got the pass because she with Rock Nation. And then you got Tory Lanez. His fingerprints weren't even found on the gun after he got sentenced to 10 years. That is crazy work to me, bro. This is why you gotta be cautious. But you being a man in America, bro, especially if you black. If you feel like something's gonna get physical, just back up and call the police, bro. Call your sisters or something. call your cousins, female cousins, and they'll come handle the problem for you. But if it's like your BM or something like that, don't even call nobody to beat her up or nothing like that. Just call the police and get her removed. Play that game like how they like to play the game. Don 20 said, F that mermaid. Man, yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is regular couple shit. Like, I'm almost certain only why she got bruised is because he was trying to pull her up out the car, and he probably was grabbing her hard, and she probably bruised easy. Like, women are delicate, so it's easy for them to bruise. Like, come on now. You acting like the nigga went Ike Turner on you and was just, and even Ike Turner, come to find out, even Ike Turner wasn't just whipping on Tina Turner, but that's the story that get painted. But come to find out, Tina Turner was an asshole to that nigga and was whipping on him. There's a whole little documentary on that they don't really push like that because, you know, they want that image to make it seem like Ike is just this super woman beater and everything. Like, no, they was beating each other. Go look at the facts, bro. Don 20 said, Ish been since January. This is late. That Ish lying. Now, I don't think she's lying about the altercation. I'm pretty sure they did have an altercation. I'm pretty sure the whole thing with him running in her house when she wasn't there or whatever case and doing all that, like, man, when you really mess with somebody and y'all really deep into a relationship, motherfuckers do crazy stuff. I didn't seen a woman try to run over her baby daddy. And then next thing you know, a week later, they sitting down, chilling, loving on each other, all that stuff. So it can get crazy, bro. We can't just look at this one-sided. And I'm not saying that he ain't wrong. What I am saying is, though, she ain't innocent either. But with that being said, man, make sure y'all go ahead, like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, man. I'm about to get up out of here. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm gone.
Every day it's like I feel more pressure, give more effort. Bill steady rolling in the due day crept up. Feel like I'm next up, life gon' test ya. My range close aim, know the boy a heavy stepper. Things change, rearrange, ain't no crime body. Heart is weaving through the smoke, got my vision cloudy. Heavy stress on my brain, ain't no way around it. Navy SEAL when I flow, no you can't drown me.